So I know a few of you guys are a little bit tired, so you're about ready to go to your hotel rooms and lay it down so you can be ready for the next couple of days. So I'm going to keep it fairly brief, but I'm excited. So I don't know how I can be brief, but I'm excited. So what I'm going to tell you guys, you guys know the song. You heard the song. But I'm going to just say it. Welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta. So this is amazing, you guys being here. This is the second annual ALK Summit. Last year was in Louisville. Where are my people? Where are the Louisville folks that made it happen? That contingency. So this is the second annual. Such a tremendous accomplishment of putting this together. I think it's so important to recognize that it's really your group that's made this happen. A group of survivors, a group of advocates, survivors, caregivers that have came together and said, we want this, right? And then look for somebody else to do it, then say somebody, hey, you do it, don't know you do it. No, said, we're gonna do it. And I think that is so powerful. And I want to just make sure as we're here in Centennial Olympic Park, I want you to understand how powerful that is. The idea that if we want something, that we stand up and just do it, right? So there's a few things as you guys are out. Sometimes you guys are going to take a little walk into the park. And one of the things I want you to notice is that the CNN building that is right here. You know, if you look across the park, you can actually kind of see Ted Turner's penthouse and the Ted Turner building. And everybody knows CNN right now. Everybody understands CNN right now. But when Ted Turner first put CNN and said we're going to do news all the time, and he said, and we're going to base it in Atlanta,
yeah, everyone laughed.
People were like, what are you doing? Change the game. Change the game. He was a visionary. He saw that something needed to be done. There weren't a whole bunch of people that were supportive of that idea, but he absolutely changed the game in media. And it's continued to do it, right? A game changer, a visionary. Somebody that sees something that needs to happen, is not waiting for validation, but understands if we want it to happen, I'm going to do it, and I know it's going to work. I want you to think about that because it's the same thing here with our survivors right now. We've got people all over the place, and regardless of where you're from, you can still be influential. In the world that we're in, you don't have to be from New York. You don't have to just be from LA. You could be some folks from Knoxville that put this thing together here in Atlanta. You could be a president from Memphis, Tennessee and put this together. You could be from all over. You can be, Rhonda's not here, but she's from Piqua, Ohio. When she first let me know that I had to look at, I said, now let me Google it now. I'm going to Google map this bad boy. I mean, you could be from Australia and be a guy that's, an Aussie that goes to Denver and all of a sudden, right? And you guys know that there's all these folks that are here, but it doesn't matter where you're from. It's your willingness to be able to stand up that makes the difference. It's not the city, it's the person. There are a group of people in here have stood up and made this a priority. The other thing I want you guys to see, I want you to see there's a stadium over there, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It is amazing. It's beautiful. I didn't play in that stadium. Just so you guys know. I played in the other beautiful stadium that they blew up that was right by the Georgia Dome. All right? But I want you guys to just grab a hold of this, is that the Georgia Dome was nice, and then the tornado hit it, and they gutted it, and they made it nicer. But the NFL said something about Atlanta, we're just not going to bring the Super Bowl back. Right? And the city of Atlanta could have accepted that. Arthur Blank could have accepted that. Oh, they just don't want to do it. Nobody cares, and nobody wants it to happen in Atlanta, and I just can't believe it. They could have done that. Or they could say, well, you know what? We're going to blow up the daggone stadium. We're going to build a brand new one, and we're going to make sure we get all kinds of events here, not just the Super Bowl. So somebody told them that it couldn't happen. happen. Somebody told him that maybe this is not a priority. This is not our priority for the NFL, but instead of accepting it, changed the game. Made it bigger. Blew it up and said, we're going to start over. If what we were doing is not working, if what we were doing is not good enough, are we willing to change? If what we've been doing historically in lung cancer is not good enough, if we haven't got the resource dollars that we wanted, if it's not good enough, are we willing to change? Are we willing to take the strategy that maybe didn't work, throw it to the side and say, let's do something different? Let's go get more people. Let's rally more people and change what we're doing and make it happen. Another one I want you to see. World of Coke is right over here. World of Coke. John Pemberton is the creator of Coke. If you walk down Marietta Street, there's actually a sign where the pharmacy was that he created Coke. Right? And that's the man. There's a beautiful statue of John Pemberton. There's Pemberton Place, and it looks great. But John Pemberton didn't make no money off of Coke, really. John Pemberton, he made it, but he didn't know how to market it. So I want you to think is that Coke, this brand that is like all over the world, this game-changing brand, that the person that created it did not know how to sell it. Asa Candler bought it from him, and he's the one that created Coke. We've got to be able to market it. We've got to be able to sell it. We've got to be able to do that. What is special about lung cancer? We've got to let people know. And if they're not responding again, we've got to be able to change it and make it personal. What is about lung cancer that's going to make people want to know about it? Coke can't say, you guys remember New Coke? Coke thought that they could get by with just doing something without focus groups. So they said, we're going to make New Coke. And very quickly, there was Coca-Cola Classic. Because they brought that new Coke out, didn't listen to the people, brought it out, nobody liked it. Next thing you know, they brought the old Coke back.
No, they didn't. They skipped the sugar.
Brought it back. They still Coke Zero on some other stuff. But what I'm giving you is this. We've got to meet the people where they are. As we talk about advocacy, we're going to do that over this weekend, and we talk about what is our message. Our message is about getting the people to care. And that can't just be forcing them, yelling at them. It says, what is it that the public need to know? What do they need to know to make them care about our community? What is it they need to know? We can't be so set in our ways that we're just going to say, we've got to care enough about the people. Care enough about the people that we're talking to that we believe that anyone can get it. And if they are ignorant about what's going on, then we need to help them because we want to make sure that they're not in the same place we were. My wife was diagnosed in December of 2010. Did I know that anyone could get it? Did I know that a 37-year-old woman that was in amazing shape could get it? Absolutely not. Because I was never told it. And so unless somebody lets me know, unless somebody lets somebody else know, they're going to be in the same spot. Right? So the last thing I want you guys to think of is Centennial Olympic Park, which is right here. They're actually, which is crazy, they're actually shooting a movie. So if you guys are, you're saying, what is all that stuff out in the park? They're about to take that down tonight after. They're shooting a movie. The movie, Clint Eastwood is actually the producer and director of the movie, and it's actually about the Olympics. So I got an email last night, yesterday, and they were saying, watch out for loud booms because they were actually simulating the bombing from the Olympics, which is crazy. So they were doing that. But I want you to get that, is Atlanta had doubled in size, more than doubled in size now, it doubled in size after the Olympics. That space of where the park was a bunch of warehouses. It was terrible. The Georgia Dome, when they fought to get the Olympics, Georgia Dome wasn't even here. It was built. They opened it up in 1992. So there was something that was there. So much of the city of what you guys see was not here. So much of it. But they had a vision. They had a vision, and they wanted that Olympics so bad that they were willing to paint a picture of the greatness of having the Olympics here in Atlanta. Do we believe in what's happening, the changes that are happening in lung cancer? Are we able to share that news so that other people can be excited about it? So they can know that this is a good investment. So much change is happening right now. Lung cancer is leading the way. Do we believe that though? I mean, I know I don't like where the numbers are, but the numbers are going to change as the drugs continue to get better. But we're seeing the evidence of it right in here. That's why I'm excited. I'm celebrating with you guys because we can see where we're going. We just got to get more people in here. But we can see it. With the investments, with the innovation, things are changing. And when they change the right way, you'll walk into this hotel and there'll be some Alpha Phi Alpha brothers walking around. There'll be some American Cancer Society folks over here. There'll be, I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff going on in this place right now. But what I want you to think, that any of them, if they saw you walk by, think that you're lung cancer survivors. That's because research is working. We've got to continue to let people know that. We've got to show them with all the pictures, with all the stories, let them know. So that when we talk about the importance of research, that we know we're not starting at ground zero, that we're building off the progress. If they're saying, well, what does the progress look like? Just look around this room. Thank you guys. Welcome to Atlanta.